Alright. So he is the Earth. You might say, dang, it's a sweet Earth. You might say, round.
Yeah?
Oh, that might be a little obscure nowadays. Never mind.
At least for me.
Alright, so yeah, as Erys said, you went and talked to the lady. And then the lady was like, hey, what are you doing here? And then the lady was like, oh, that's why you're here. And then Xalia gave her a spellbook. And then Aloe lit some lights. But Xalia also lit the lights with the image that was silent. And then she answered your questions 3. And then also a bonus question. And exiting the super creepy rundown broken mansion, there is a happy little light that guided you here to the keep. And then you presume Scarn's here, and we're searching for him because we gotta save him because he owes us a lot of money and also presumably knows what's going on. And you guys went into the side entrance and found like a little cooking station thing. One dude was cooking, and then one dude was cooking a lot of food, and then there was a dude chowing down, and then you guys descended upon them, and what was a quick fight, and yeah, fought a ghost. And
we did. That's true.
Yeah.
Aloe did this sick slide off of the table and slashed with the flame blade in the same motion. That was cool. And then we open the scene where you all are looking around. You see the food on the table. There's a couple dead guys. There's some barrels that are full of wine and cheese, and there's meat on the table. You look around. There's an area that you could move forward through some crumbling rubble where the ruins have just collapsed, forming a natural doorway through the non-natural works stone. Aloe is currently looking out the a hole in the wall, for lack of a better term. It's certainly not a window, and you see a drop-off leading back outside, and also a door on the other side. Lekai, during the fight, dipped to the west to find a tarp covering the rest of the hallway, blocking further view. And around you there's the gray stone and the smell of food in the air. What would you like to do?
Giving your feelings that he's just there.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. So just to recap on the environment. Oh, never mind.
I just did that, right?
Yeah, no. I was from my vision, from my character's current position. I couldn't see that there was a door symbol. Sorry, I didn't mean to click that open.
Oh yeah,
there,
yeah.
So I was not sure if there was an actual door there or not. Because yeah, so door there, and door up here that we know of. Okay. So I wasn't. Anyone else wants to do something can go.
Yeah, Karydin just kind of sort of step around, and then he's gonna poke his head into this room.
Okay.
And take a look around. I'm gonna roll stealth just to see, because he's clanking around in his armor. He might not actually be that stealthy. Yeah, he's not super stealthy.
Okay.
But he's poking his head around to check in this room.
Why are you...
Hmm?
Okay, if you want to roll a stealth check, you have to do so at disadvantage because you have chainmail.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, you could roll a 1.
Could you get any more disadvantage than that?
Oh, well... Same difference. I got a 3.
And what are you trying to do?
Just poking my head in to take a look around the room.
Okay.
This room.
Hang on real quick.
Hmm?
By lords of the Greybeards.
All right. So you take a bit and trying to exercise caution, stepping over the body. There is the telltale clang of your armor in the air. You peek around, looking to the corridor to the north of you. There's lots of rocks and rubble that are crumbling in this wall. You see, like, this wall used to be genuinely solid, but now it either has been knocked down or fell on its own. You can see across the way, let's see. Across the way there is like a two set of doors partitioned by a wall, and then right in front of the wall there is a large statue, and it has like a little it's holding like it's doing like the typical statue of a knight thing where it's holding a sword down, casting your gaze around. You can see that there's a fallen chandelier, and there's a large set of what looks to be some sort of ancient bleached rib cage of some fallen and forgotten monster. There's crashed pillars everywhere. This keep has certainly seen some time and some ruins.
Yeah, can I like move my character in there to actually see the layout of the room? Or
you already did.
Yeah, whatever. I apologize. Okay. Seeing that nobody's in here, Karydin's gonna stop trying to be stealthy and sort of take a couple more steps in.
Okay. Nothing particularly changes.
Yeah.
You still have your glance about the room. Seems to be no immediate danger. You guys watch Karydin disappear. Well, maybe not disappear. Depending on your angle, you guys watch Karydin move around the ruins wall.
Disappear.
Sarah's gonna follow him.
Okay.
And by follow, I mean like stand exactly behind him as best she can.
In typical Xalia fashion.
I'm gonna look to sort of see what's with this direction.
Okay.
Like in this room, because we didn't really do that.
Lekai actually did.
Oh, did he? Oh, okay. Well,
I did it.
Oh, yeah, you did it stealth, right?
I did it in the midst of fighting.
Right.
The room is particularly empty. There's a hallway further down that goes to, I believe, the main entrance. I think that's what I remember from last time we played.
You saw some fallen double doors where the light of the outside's creeping in, and across the hallway there's this large tarp that's spread across the corridor, preventing any further sight. Some like stone heads that are adorning the walls.
Okay. Then I'll say that you tell me that, Lekai, and yeah, I think we should go through these doors. Point to the ones by Karydin. Best to try and stay like coming from the side. I don't think we want to go anywhere near the front. At least not yet.
Lekai jokingly mentions, "You just want to harpoon the other door?"
Which one? There's 3.
There's 4
This one.
actually.
God dang it.
Is there a 4th one in there? Oh my god, there's
Uh-huh.
a bunch. There's 5
There's
doors.
a lot of doors.
So many.
Pick a door.
So,
Taking stock, you realize there are a lot of doors and many ways to traverse ahead.
Uh-huh.
oh god, choice paralysis.
Pick a door. Win a prize.
Karydin sort of clomps over to this door, and he's gonna. May I put an ear to the door to try and listen and see if I hear anything?
Yeah, you can. Roll perception.
As that happens, Lekai is gonna move in to see the room.
Can I make a stealth check to stay hidden behind Karydin?
Yes.
And also because Xalia, she's now going to be a slightly smaller, skinnier Karydin.
Okay.
I
Oh
see.
my god.
Trying to keep in time with Karydin's slightly unpredictable movements, the stealth check is at disadvantage.
Oh, I just clicked the roll, so
You can just roll one more time.
Close it up.
she's not having a good time.
So you shift into a slightly more diminutive aspect ratio of Karydin, and trying to stay remotely hidden behind him as far as what could be on the other side. Karydin, you lean your head forward and press your ear to the door. The wood door is cool. I take a moment, just kind of like breathe in and exhale. At the same time, you hear a little bit of a muffled, jovial conversation. It seems like it's coming from a long way away, or like the sound is dampened in some manner.
Okay.
But other than that, there's only a heartbeat.
Thump, thump.
As you are.
Karydin's gonna sort of pull away from the door and say, "Well, I can hear some people here. Not sure how close. They seem relatively far, but
You want to see what the other door is? This one seems... I think this door leads to the hallway for the front. So we probably don't want that. But we could probably check this door.
yeah, better safe than sorry, eh?" Karydin clomps over.
Out of character question. Does that also... For Xalia, does that also mean you still have the chainmail as well? Is that...
No.
She can't copy its clothes, but she just looks like a skinny Karydin in like her robe.
Okay.
Normal perception.
Well,
And he's listening.
hang on, AS.
Sorry. I should tone it down today. Cool off.
He's amped up on the D&D.
Something like that.
Lekai, as you gesture towards the door to the west, the one that you declare presumably goes towards the entrance, you see from the fallen chandelier there is a cord heading towards the ceiling, disappearing whatever darkness up there. You can see with your dark vision, actually, because you're a cat. It appears to be tied to some sort of mechanism, and it looks like it is also tied to the door. Presumably something happens, or like you quickly get the idea that something happens when that door opens.
I'm sorry, this door? Or are you referring to this
The door to the west, that you presume to be the entrance.
Okay.
Deep breaths, guys.
It's been a bit. We're out of practice, obviously.
Okay.
And then Karydin, as you go to listen towards the door, you do hear similar conversation. It's kind of jovial, jabby. It comes in quick bursts. This bit of conversation is closer than the other door.
Okay.
As far as like you just gauge this, and it's louder, but still somewhat muffled. You can pick out like particular words, like let's see, you rolled an 18, like bounder, eats a lot of food, armor, weird, but not the entire conversation is not audible between the big slabs of door between you and it.
Just shift up one more.
You
Well,
guys
Karydin,
maneuver around. There's just the still air.
Karydin, once again stands up from the door and says, "More over this way as well. A little bit closer over here." Maybe the door to the west?
Well, the west probably just brings us to the main entrance.
I see a cord that looks to be attached to the door that we're referring to. So
Maybe not the best idea on both counts then.
yeah, it could be booby trapped.
Well, there is one more door that probably will lead to the same place as the east one, back by the opening in the wall. If you believe that door is trapped, this one might not be.
Well, we do have this door that we have not checked. This one.
Lekai points straight north from himself towards the knight's statue.
So we can check this one before moving on. I'm gonna move over to it. I guess same idea. Perception check.
You're trying to listen in and see what's
Yes.
going on? Okay, perception check, please. Okay. You push your ear to the door. Take some finagling to get your cat ear lined up with it. And you hear some very faint, muffled sounds like voices. It's difficult to gauge how far away it is, but it's the occasional voice. Gruff sounding.
I hear voices, but they're not loud enough to tell if they're close or not.
So one of these two northern doors might be a better bet, huh?
Could I inspect the door in front of me to see if it has any traps?
How would you like to do so when the door is across a gap from you?
How deep is the gap? Exactly?
It is a 10-foot drop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a big drop. That's why I said harpoon.
Like half of that. Okay.
Harpoon it, baby.
Got it. Oh.
You can peer at the door. Like I'm not gonna stop you. I'm just asking you how are you going to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I could just like.
I'm genuinely curious. Please tell me. For the mind's eye picture, how are you doing this?
No, I mean, okay. So there's effectively just trying to look over and see if there's anything on, I guess, this side of the door. I mean, I don't know. It would be hard to. Wouldn't really be able to get to the door, even if we could inspect it. Probably just like place rocks or barrels or any of these tables over the gap.
Is that what you'd like to do?
Drop it down. But no, I'm literally. I just want to inspect the door from. Like, am I able to look and see and inspect the door from here?
You are.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead and roll investigation. From your
You see a door.
from your vantage point from across the way,
It's only 5 feet away. So,
Yeah, so you're checking it out. This door is definitely closed. No, I'm just kidding. It's a wooden door. It's got like 2 reinforcing rivets, like bands of metal that are holding it, like all the wood and everything together. Seems of decent make. It's a wonder why it's not like falling apart like the rest of the place. From your position, it doesn't seem to be like trapped or gizmoed or anything like that. You're unable to determine if it's locked or not. And there's a lovely cool breeze from outside. It smells of pine.
Well,
Okay. Lekai moves back and asks, which door do we prefer to go through?
Karen, I think at this point you're acutely aware that Xalia has been dodging your gaze, question mark, maintaining position behind you.
I think also at this point, Karydin will have learned to take it in stride. And just, this is Xalia's new thing. And that's okay. Though he might get startled if he turns around too fast and just sees Xalia like staring back at him. And then immediately she turns around as well.
Karydin Xalia.
Behind you. She's not like.
how? Oh, continue.
No, I'm not. That's not.
Okay. Go ahead, Mince.
How much noise would chiseling like a small hole in a wall?
You know how much noise that would make.
I do not know how much noise that would make.
It's loud.
It's
It
less
would be,
than a jackhammer.
It would be a loud rhythmic noise. It would send. It would be able to be heard on either side, so both on your side and on the opposite side that you are chiseling on, because you're banging on something. You take a moment and you think, how loud would this be? And then you decide, considerably loud.
Have you ever hit a stone wall with a hammer?
Well, I'm not hitting it with a hammer. I'm hitting like
You're hitting it with an intermediary force, but with a hammer still.
Exactly.
Well, if it's all the same to you all.
That's why I wanted to ask. So like,
It's all good. If it's the same to you all, might as well take the one closer. Karydin starts towards the door near him.
I assume that. Yeah. Okay. The one door.
That's fine with me.
Real
Right.
lost in thought. Wasn't sure which Karydin said that.
Seems like there's enemies probably everywhere we go, so we might as well be ready for combat.
And standing somewhat to the side of the door, Karydin's going to like push it open. He's gonna try to like get it like halfway open, like sort of ajar. And he's gonna stand to the side of the door when he opens it.
Okay. So you twist the lever to open the door, unlatch it from the thing, and then push it. It creaks open. The door is now ajar, but not literally, and but both literally and literally. Sorry, literally and figuratively. And you.
While he's opening the door, Xalia's going to cast an illusion of like 17 other Karydins and various clothing.
You're a little quiet. Say it again. Karydins and what?
Oh.
17 different Karydins and various like different sets of clothing just wandering around this space.
I
It's a
see.
lot of me's.
Oh my god.
Anyway, continue. Sorry.
Think
Okay.
about silent image.
The door opens, and then suddenly, there's just many Karydins looking very, various adjectives of busy, curious, just meandering all around the area.
There's like one in the suit, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of them might have a clipboard.
Mhm.
One's got a hat.
Yeah. One's in a wizard robe.
Yeah. Surely this door must be trapped.
Karydin is
No,
going to. Okay.
As you open the door, one of the meandering Karydins walks in front of you.
And Karydin is going to go and stumble back.
Bailey's gonna stumble back with him and kind of fall on her ass.
Two of the Karydins within this association of Karydins look particularly startled and fall to the floor.
Amazing.
A gaggle of Karydins.
Well,
The door
we
opens.
The door opens. In fact, because this happens as he's opening the door, I think Karydin may... No, because he would have let go of it. Because I was thinking maybe he would, like, slam it shut again because he, is pulling back. But no, he would have let go of it because he was only just, like, pushing it open. Anyway. Karydin's on his butt, Xalia's on her butt. There's 17 other Karydins.
But you have
One of the illusory Karydins offers real Karydin a hand up.
But you have accomplished opening the door. Karydin, you appear to be you appear to be proffered a very beneficial hand up to get a lift.
Karydin's gonna sneer at himself, question mark? And then try to take the hand of the Karydin. And he was, like, about to put his weight on it. So he, like, kneels, goes for the hand, and, like, goes through it. 'Cause it's an illusion, right?
Mm-hmm.
And, like, his hand slaps the ground.
Yeah, nothing got his ass. The Karydin wearing sort of like a patchwork quilt of armor. You just flow right through him. You now acknowledge, oh wait, none of these Karydins are real. Who could have guessed?
I just got owned.
And naturally, to everyone else watching this spectacle, you also, if it wasn't already apparent, none of these Karydins are real except for one, who is.
Hey, there's two.
yeah.
1.5?
1.5.
Wow.
Because Xalia's like half the mass of Karydin right now.
A small Karydin is still a Karydin.
You can now see through all of these Karydins. Except for two of them that remain opaque.
Alright, well, so the door is like kind of creaked open?
It
or
is.
It just like fully open?
The door is creaked open. You may see through it, if you choose to. Or you can choose to be awed by the Karydins. It's whatever you would like to do. It's your story.
Lekai is chuckling to himself from the Karydin moment.
I'm maintaining this horde of Karydins, by the way.
I don't quite see how...
Aloe, you peek through the room and you see ahead there in this quick room. There's like it's just like a small little rectangle of a waiting area? Question mark. There's a large stone blockage that appears to be holding up the roof of the keep in this section that blocks further view into the middle of this room. You can see branches kind of breaking through the walls of its own accord, where nature has attempted to reclaim this keep from some leafless tree from outside. Little bits of sunlight poke through these very small, tiny holes that the branches are plowing through. You can see ancient cobwebs that are adorning these hallways, and you can see that there's like a small, like decent sized little kind of hallway that you could move forward towards the next room. The next room appears, you can see like there's something laying on the floor. It looks to be some sort of like cloth or tarp, some kind of fabric. There's rocks ahead, several bags, and that's what you can see like from your vision, like going straight. And then directly in front, in this little rectangle waiting room, there's it is just littered with bones of long defeated enemies.
Naturally. Well, looks clear enough.
Probably about this time, your flame blade dissipates. Just
But I thought we heard others on the other side.
I definitely heard voices.
Well, this room isn't the end of our path.
Of course, but be wary.
Al, are you
Karydin's
taking a
gonna-
step into the room? Because that's what you do
I am
with your
taking a
token.
step into the room.
Okay. Tell me what you're doing before you do it, guys.
Okay. Karydin.
Okay. You step in the room and
pushes
nothing
himself
happens. Karydin, you are now no longer prone.
It's true. And he's going to make his way into the room as well.
Okay.
Xalia will continue to attempt to shadow Karydin and also maintain the horde of Karydins with them.
Okay.
I still kind of fail to see how this changes the situation. But
Many Karydins form a line to await entry into the room.
Absolutely.
Amazing.
Guess.
And that Rhyol thing, how does this do anything? Xalia's going to tilt her head. All the other Karydins that are waiting in line tilt their heads too. Except one.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I guess I'll just... Karydin's going to continue into the room to make space for the 17 other illusory Karydins.
Are you moving north or are you moving west?
I was going to move west and then north.
Okay.
Like, one here, then one north.
Okay. Smaller Karydin Xalia also enters the room. You also see, like, you two also see all these bones and everything.
Yeah.
And a couple Karydins follow in.
It's
Follow in
true.
line behind you.
do they just like dissipate when they get to the edge of the?
No, I can't move that, but I can move it.
They're patiently waiting their turn.
Alright, well, we're just gonna walk through them. Just literally, as they're walking. Yeah, yes, indeed, it is.
Lekai follows up the back.
Okay.
Yeah, I can move the silent image. I don't think I can move that block in the game.
Hmm.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
what I meant is like when they reach the edge of the block, do they just like dissipate as they're like walking up?
No, that I just move the block essentially.
Oh, okay. It's not like
Yeah.
it can move. Okay.
Yeah, I can move it. Yeah.
It's difficult to move the thing in-game.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah. I'll just steps north.
Following in line behind you. There are many Karydins. You guys are all now in this small little waiting room. There's the crunch of bones as beneath your feet. Cobwebs. You see the branches now. Aloe. You can also see the closed door next to you. The one from the previous room. Very boldly, you all chose to enter the same open door. And you have successfully entered this rectangle.
It's true.
Huh?
We We did it.
So far,
What a
nothing has
challenge.
happened.
Well, Karydin. I mean, you can't see anything in there, so I guess at this point, Karydin is just gonna sort of, not casually, but he's gonna sort of walk into the sort of atrium. Like, keeping an eye out, but he's not, like, super on guard.
Okay. So you're sliding by Rhyol?
By Rhyol, yeah.
Okay. So you slide by Rhyol, and for when you take this next step, and you're no longer walking on bones and everything, you get a sense of a quick shift in the air, and looking back, you can see all the bones are kind of shifting around and like wiggling, and they'll start moving towards each other like Terminator 2 style, and they all form into these humanoids, and they give this skeletal scream, and there's lots of skeletons, and they all hate you. Roll initiative.
There's no
Play Spinal Theme.
Oh yeah, Spinal Killer Instinct.
Oh my god, Rhyol's become a skeleton.
Alternatively, is there a skeleton token underneath me? Yeah, there is.
It's right on top of you.
Yeah, my screen, it's below me, so I didn't see it.
Oh,
I feel like
God.
that would be one. That's a lot of skeletons. Alright. Alexa, play Bone Trestle.
Coming right up.
Same difference.
Is this my punishment for the high rolls back then?
You're not below me, my friend.
Alright. And then this skeleton forms. It takes like one of its ribcage bones and then starts thwacking at Lekai with it.
Oh no.
It's a sharp bone.
Do your worst.
15.
Does hit.
7 damage as this sharpened ribcage bone just jabs into you. Seems like this one has a bone to pick with you.
Oh.
The next one also, while it's forming up, it unsheathes a short sword next to its body that it picked up, and it goes to hack at Aloe. It takes the sword above its head and slices down with an overhead strike.
Oh, jeez.
Wait.
I'm waiting.
Karydin, seeing Aloe unable to react, swings his arm, and a billowing cloud poofs out of his armor, surrounds Aloe, beguiles the skeleton into attacking itself.
I think it's any creature other than itself.
And they're all itself.
Yeah, the one close to Xalia then, that is within reach.
Okay. The sword goes to bear down upon you, Aloe, and then suddenly there's no impact, but you can hear the dashing of skeletal bones right next to you as a cloud deposits the short sword below onto the next skeleton. And then, having just barely escaped a head bonk with the short sword, you gather yourself and ...
And look around, trying to figure out what just happened.
There's a bunch of skeletons.
There's a bunch of skeletons.
There's a skeletal assault.
This no longer seems like a job for a bird.
Yeah. It's a job for...
You know.
Aloe. Form of...
Spider? Spider?
Does that work? Can I do that?
Probably
while I'm
not.
surrounded?
I don't...
And
I
then
feel like
very small space.
Wouldn't that technically like
I don't think
explode
that
everybody
space is
away
big
from you?
enough for spider.
Yeah, I would assume there's not enough room here, right?
I mean, there's
To become large.
become large.
You can't use that here.
There's a ton
What would you like
of,
to turn into?
I mean, I'd like to turn into a giant spider.
Okay. You can when you yeah, you can.
Huh.
It's wild shape is weird. It's kind of like there's another spell called enlarge, and if there's not enough room for you, you still feel like you attain the maximum possible size, which would be you're fine. You can turn into a giant spider.
Oh, okay. That.
So he explodes everybody away from it. Got it.
Okay.
Bonk.
So paint me a picture of the giant spider transformation from bird to speeder.
From bird to speeder? I mean, he does the beak thing again. You don't really get used to it. Feathers.
Maybe they don't.
Kind of look a little, you know how it is. Extra legs spouting out of his sides.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you know how it is. Just a normal Friday for
Normal
Aloe.
stuff.
Like a weird CG of the Animorphs. Aloe the bird, the Kenku, is no longer, and there is only Aloe the spider.
Oh my god.
Let's see. Why not? For extra flair. You send skeletons cascading.
Cool. Alright. How tall is this room?
You are close to the tall of it.
Okay.
It is it's a 15-foot high ceiling, and you are like an 8-foot tall spider.
If I crawl onto the ceiling, will they still be able to reach me?
If they, you gather that the only reason or the only way that they could reach you is if they jump. These skeletons look like they might have some. They might have some jump in them.
Okay.
These skeletons got hops.
Yo, Legend of Zelda hops?
I'm gonna crawl up onto the ceiling.
Okay. Aloe spider rushes up the side of the wall and now is on the ceiling upside down. You've got your pairs of eyes that are looking around everywhere. You see the skeletons and you see your companions.
And I whip up this loser.
Heck yeah. Alright. Give me an attack roll.
Aww.
Attempting to hock a web loogie at this dude. There's something about the confines. It just it catches on the side of this big huge rock facing that you're in.
Unfortunate.
Okay.
I think that's my turn.
All right. Xalia, there's suddenly there's pops and whirs, and there's now a large spider, and you're in a cramped area.
She has a replica sword. Oh my god.
Oh man.
So she's gonna make like Karydin and try to swing at the skeleton with the replica sword she has in her inventory.
Okay, cool.
I don't
make an attack roll using strength.
Okay. I'm assuming no proficiency.
Are you proficient in longswords?
No.
No, you may not have proficiency.
Alright, cool.
Well. Alright, so you take this. Do you want to do it or shall I?
She's gonna just pull out from her bag, like, a little, not intended for combat, replica sword. Swing it at the skeleton and just bounce off its ribcage.
It kind of like thwangs in your hand a bit.
Yeah.
The skeleton turns its attention to you.
No, that's my turn. That's my turn.
Real.
Is Rune still in her power loader?
Yeah, I would have been.
Okay.
I mean, I would hope so, considering I ran into the room and put it on. Yeah, so I'm gonna say, like, Rhyol would be, like, turning around, right, as, not Karydin, just as their sword bounce off the skeleton. And sees it, like, the attention is now on Xalia. Goes and it's like, oh shit. And, what? Okay, that's annoying. 1 second. Where did my... What? Okay, there we go. Gonna try and, like, grab onto the... not really grab, but, with motor claws. Try and, like, push myself onto the skeleton.
Yeah, are you hitting it or are you grappling it?
I'm hitting it,
Okay. Yeah, you a 16, yeah, that hits.
Yeah, it's just the flavor of the effect means that it will now have disadvantage if it tries to hit anyone else but me. Okay. So it's like, the flavor-wise, it's like kinda in between the tongs, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, so you smash your loader gauntlet against it and kind of like clamp down on a bit of its shoulder bones, and it's got like arrows sticking out of its armor and everything. You just clamp down and it goes makes skeleton noises.
Mm-hmm. I say to Xalia, use a real sword next time.
This skeleton is going to realize that it should have taken an opportunity attack when you moved, and then is going to fire its short bow at you.
Call it a missed opportunity.
Yeah, and it misses this too, and then it's going to take a couple bony steps backwards. And this one is going to do some kind of like weird skeleton wobble over here, and is going to pick a short bow up off the ground, knock an arrow, and then send it into Mr. Karydin.
Which one?
The one it can see directly south of it.
There's like 17.
The one he can see.
The one at the front of the line.
The one in front of the line. 18.
The leading Karydin.
The leading Karydin takes 6 piercing damage as this old broken arrow like sinks into you and then like immediately like breaks into a million bony pieces, because that's what arrows do. Lekai.
After Lekai gets that wonderful smack on the arm, he's gonna return the favor.
Oh. 13 just barely hits. It goes to deflect your blow with its with its sharpened rib bone, but you managed to get under it.
Do you have advantage on that?
Does he? Oh, he does. Yeah, flanking. Go ahead and roll again. Wait, no, he doesn't. You're on the ceiling.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh yeah.
So
roll at advantage. Go ahead and roll again.
Swashbuckler still? Doesn't?
I partially forgot my own character.
Swashbuckling doesn't give him advantage.
Sorry, not swashbuckling. I thought that he had
flanking?
It would give me the no. If I don't move.
If you would like advantage, you can use steady aim.
No. Maybe I'm misremembering what swashbuckling does.
Swashbuckling. That's his buckle swashes.
It lets you sneak attack if you have another friend within 5 feet.
Yeah, it was steady aim. That's what I was thinking of. So yeah, we were on the same page. Yeah, I'll use it actually.
Okay.
I forgot about that existing.
All right. A 23 still hits. Just barely.
And a sneak attack on top of that. Because
You have
Swashbuckler.
Actually, very specifically, not because of Swashbuckler.
Yeah.
I actually just asked Swaggy Buckler.
Swaggy, yeah, because of Swaggy Buckler. All right.
Big ol' 13 damage.
Okay, so you take your dagger returning that your companion roll has made a little more efficient, and then you slice this skeleton, and it's just as quickly as it got up, it sinks back down into a pile of bones, and it moves no more with this weird skeletal, eerie half smile gazing up at you.
Quick question.
Yes.
Since I've already used the Dagger of Returning, I can't use it again, correct?
Right.
Okay. Let me check one thing real quick.
No.
I'll do it. I will. I don't have the option on that. I'm going to use. Okay, how do I use this? I want to use the wavy Chris and throw it at this guy.
You already used your bonus action to do steady aim. And
Oh, you're right. Okay.
And throwing a second weapon would be your bonus action.
That would be the bonus. All right. Well, I will sit in my corner reluctantly.
you can move if you want.
No, it's zero,
It is zero.
till the end of the turn.
Okay.
So I can't actually move.
All right, Karydin.
Lekai.
Hello?
I don't know why I said that name. I'm very tired. I apologize. Karydin.
As
you
prepare
do
to
have
stare down the skeleton, a name flashes in your mind. Lekai.
My friend. Karydin just shot in the shoulder with an arrow. Is going to run down the skeleton and take a swing at him.
Dang. Do it.
With Kestrel.
Your boots are clamping, just making little boot to stone noises as you run forward down this stone. And 18, yeah, definitely hits.
Clunk, 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 clunk.
10 damage hurts a lot.
This is what happens when Karydin's mad.
And you hew this skeleton away. Just
Okay.
It is barely standing.
Okay.
It only has a few bones left.
Then, okay, so the attack, because, F it. I'm going to, so, let me, paint a picture for you all. Karydin, as he runs towards the skeleton, unsheaths his blade Kestrel, swings it in a large arc above his head, leaving a trail of flaming runes in the air. As he swings and the blow lands true, the runes shatter in the air, making a crashing noise. And the bits of the runes zoom towards the skeleton and arrange themselves into flaming chains that wrap around it, dealing another 8 damage.
The chains latch onto the skeleton and go to restrain it, slamming down and going taut, and then it just removes the rest of the bones from it.
Yeah, it just like
whips it down to the ground.
As they tighten around the skeleton, the bones just give out, and the chains go and like cut through it. Does that
No,
count?
because the fire rune kills it.
Okay.
And then that skeleton is no more. As you dash away the bones, Karydin, another set of bones closer to the shrine of this giant like gargoyle-looking dragon thing that you now see, kind of form together, and they form into another skeleton. Joins the fight.
Ugh. That's not a good sign.
This skeleton here is going to draw a short bow that it had wrapped around its bones. It takes one of the arrows that were sticking out of its leather armor, knocks it into the bow, and shoots it at Aloe. Does an 18 hit Spider Aloe?
18 does hit Spider Aloe.
Okay. Spider Aloe. A whopping 3 damage. As it sinks into your tough spider hide.
Not the billions of eyes.
And this skeleton takes another calculating ancient warrior steps backwards. This skeleton, newly arisen, makes skeleton noises and unsheaths a short sword. Just as you dash away, this skeleton, another takes its place, Karydin, and it goes to slash at you with its own short sword. Hiya! It comes it from the bottom, and a 12 does not hit. Makes a diagonal strike up from the bottom right, and you brilliantly parry it away with Kestrel.
Yeah, there we go.
Aloe spider.
You got what I was going for.
Question.
Yes.
What type of action would it be to drop from the ceiling and land on top of someone?
A movement action.
Okay. So, I'm gonna run up here and try to drop on this guy.
Okay. First, roll a d6, see if you get your web back.
Wait, what?
Roll a d6, see if you get your web back. It recharges on a 5 or a 6 facing.
Sweet.
Monsters recharge their actions
It
by
does.
rolling d6s.
So you now have access to your web. So you skitter across the ceiling, squeezing through that little short opening with the block, and then you then, like a spider cat, you drop on top of this skeleton, and he's gonna make a dexterity saving throw to get out of the way.
Wow.
Very
Skeleton.
narrowly, the skeleton manages to get out of the way and avoid your dropping, and avoid being squished by a very large spider aloe. The way you drop, like you've got your legs in a certain manner, it manages to move towards the opening in the legs.
What a cool guy.
Can't believe it. Just a pile of rattling bones. It moves faster than anything.
They're Left 4 Dead zombies, but they're skeletons. Okay, you can go to bite them. Yeah, it absolutely hits. A 24 hits.
Alright.
Aloe's a bit swole.
We only have high rollers here.
You deal. Okay, so you go and bite. You get a good chunk of his collarbone being held together by these evil magics. There's nothing to inject poison into. So,
Yeah, fair.
So you deal 4 damage with your actual bite. Skeletons are immune to poison.
How did you see exactly what the D8 rolled?
You can click the number.
Oh,
in the
okay.
chat log.
Cool.
Yep.
Cool.
Oh.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay. You want to move more or you want to stay there?
I'm gonna stay here.
Xalia.
Alright, now I get to make a wisdom save to see if she does something stupid or not.
Okay.
Just roll the save, please. Where is it? I don't know how. Sorry.
Do you have save?
There.
Do you have
Yeah. I'm just being stupid. Don't mind me.
It's all good, in my opinion.
Okay, she's not going to do something stupid. She's going to use her action to move the mob of Karydins to surround the skeleton.
Okay.
They're not going to like approach it or touch it. They're just going to like body wall around the skeleton.
Okay. There are suddenly the Karydins of varying clothes just and all surround the skeleton menacingly.
I kind of like this spell.
And then she's going to pick up one of the skeleton's short swords.
Okay. You now have a short sword.
That's her turn.
Rhyol. The 17 Karydins leave you.
Can I say, like, as they're moving, I kind of, like, take their cover, effectively, or, like, move with them, and, like, come, like, literally coming through the various Karydins, like, from behind, attack, and try and hit the skeleton.
Roll a d20 to make sure you don't, like, collide with one of the imaginary Karydins.
Well, I mean, my point is literally to, like, attack through the Karydins. So, like, I mean, I am, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make an attack roll. This will hit.
Oh, okay.
With your maneuver, this will hit.
Neat. Didn't see it coming.
Yeah, you slay the skeleton that is beset on all sides by many Karydins.
Clonk, clonk.
Just punch it right through the Karydin.
If Karydin was not focusing on the skeleton in front of him, he would wince.
It's pretty funny. So it's dead?
Yeah, it's gone.
Okay, just making sure. And I'll move up with Karydin to the other skeleton. From the group of Karydins to the actual Karydin.
Okay. That skeleton's dead. This skeleton's dead. Lekai!
Quick question. I did see a token here. Is that token on underneath this other token right here?
There is a dead skeleton and a real skeleton.
Okay. Alright, that's what I thought.
I guess they're both dead, but this one's undead.
It's partially
There's
dead.
a dead skeleton and an undead skeleton.
Lekai is going to chuck a dagger at this skeleton right here.
You currently cannot see that dagger because there is a giant block of stone preventing you from seeing it. You would have to move to do so.
Okay, that's fair. We'll just slice him then.
Okay. $17 will do it.
Let me check one thing just in case. Because I don't get the sneak attack effect on this, correct?
No, you do. There is an ally. There's an enemy of the skeleton within 5 feet of it, so you get sneak attack.
Oh, it's that way. Okay. Did not.
Swashbuckler gives you an additional criteria for getting sneak attack. 7 damage. That's a max roll? No, it's not. What am I talking about? I can't math.
It's short.
Cool.
Double 7.
Okay. Alright, so you send this skeleton into the Shadow Realm. You throw this dagger. Your aim is exceptional today. And it, as Karydin buffets its strike, and the skeleton is momentarily off balance. So your dagger returning inserts itself right into its skeletal eye, where it's its eye socket, and it goes and wavers backwards. And quick as you like, the dagger zips back, returns back to your hand. That skeleton is effing dead.
And
my turn.
yep, that'll do it.
Okay. You want to move? You're going to stay there.
Karydin.
By the way, Karydin, it did zip by your head, and yes.
Karydin is going to give a little as a dagger sprouts through the skeleton, then zips back past his head, just like heart beating just a tad faster. He's going to. Is this like this tile navigable terrain?
Yes.
Or is this statue? Okay. Karydin
It's just like it's just a little weird. Like it's creeping into it, but you can still stay on it and without incurring a penalty.
Karydin moves past the space where the skeleton once was and takes another swing with Kestrel at the skeleton in front of him.
Do it.
Rhyol kind of like nods at the dagger flying back. It's like, yes, that's exactly what it's supposed to do. Good work.
Ouchie!
That is effing dead.
Lekai gives a thumbs up to
How'd
the
you like to
motion that
slay the
Rhyol made.
Alright. Karydin parries the slash. The dagger slays the skeleton in front of him. He swishes his sword through the air to reset his grip on it, runs over, and does a spinning overhead slash from the top right to the bottom left, cutting the skeleton in two.
Okay.
And Kestrel, his magic silver longsword, lets out
a piercing hawk scream. Scream! Just a far away note of a hawk cry. You all hear like. And the skeleton falls down, dead instead of undead.
It's true.
Dead.
He's dead.
It's everybody's turn right now. Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's cool. I can.
So wait, is this Aloe controlling the dead's turns?
All right, that's interesting. Cool. I can break it like that. All right, I'll remember that. All right. You are now satisfied that the danger has passed, as the bones break apart. And there's the nasty skeletons noises. Their short swords gone, and their short bows drop to the ground, except for one, which remains in Xalia's hands. Xalia, the short sword that you have it's badly chipped. It's seen some fights. It's just a little bit unbalanced to hold, but overall it's serviceable. You now have the skeleton's short sword. This is a magic item that gives +3. No.
Fuck yeah!
Alright. As the next round of combat starts, you guys hear some shuffling to your west behind the tart as the sounds of combat move into the area that you're in, and coupled by the hawk cry, you get there's the gruff. Rah! What's going on there? Go check it out.
Xalia is going to move the horde of Karydin to be a body block in this door.
Okay, just in front of the type, or in front of the
Yeah, in front of both doors. It's just going to be a wall of Karydin.
Okay.
Question: did any other skill?
properly?
Yeah, I think my vision's bugged too.
Is
On
it?
that part of the wall. It's like,
I can't see here.
Yeah, because
Yeah, it's like-
there's a tarp preventing you from
Uh-oh.
seeing.
Oh.
Deep breaths.
well,
Question for you: did any of the skeletons have any, I guess, like robes or clothing on?
Yeah,
Or it was
like
just,
bits of like leather armor, like some cobbled together boiled leather shoulder pads, some old boots and stuff.
Okay. Nah, I won't do that. Never mind. I'm good.
Okay. Well, Aloe's gonna scurry back up the wall and just
Okay.
kind of hang out on the ceiling around here.
Aloe scurries up to the wall, and then let's see. Probably during this time, the tarp is opened, and you can see now into this room that there's lots of sandbags posted around. You can see that there's like many slits in the walls where guards could peek out and shoot at arrows at while defending the keep. There's a couple bedrolls on the ground, a crashed pillar that rises about like 3-5 feet tall or in height, and the person that has just, you also see the gray cloak that has just pulled aside the tarp. He looks mean. He's got a long sword. He's got this gray color cloak. He's got his longsword out. He's ready to hit something, and he sees a veritable army of Dragonborn. He looks behind at his two fellows. We're under attack by a bunch of Dragonborn. They're everywhere.
They're everywhere.
Xalia,
That's a lot.
it is your turn.
That's a lot of Karydins.
That's a lot of Karydin.
She's gonna fucking charge in. Try to
Cool.
Amazing.
Okay.
with her new short sword, which I think I'm allowed to dex and she's proficient with. So
Oh, pull it from the compendium. Oh, you made it.
Oh. I mean, I know what a short sword is. It's,
Yeah.
assuming I'm proficient, right? So it's she's gonna swing with a short sword. She
Go
looks like a
for it.
dragon.
Go for
She
it.
looks like another Karydin in the army.
Where were you before? Were you back behind the thing, or you're over there next to?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Let's see, a 12. Yeah, sure, a 12 hits from when you're vaulting over and through the army of Dragonborn. Your short sword blow strikes on the stunned Wraith Guard.
Amazing.
A whopping 5 martial damage from Xalia.
I think this is the first damage that Xalia has dealt.
well,
No,
she's not
she'll
showing touch.
This
I'm
is
a liar.
this is the first one, and in probably like 2 sessions.
No, she chill touched somebody last session.
Yeah, poke that guy's eyes right out.
Take it
Oh,
away.
yeah, that was
Xalia.
the
What
other
does
one
your
I killed.
What does your valiant short sword ever look like?
It's just a lunging stab like into him. Like she literally like jumps from Aloe. And then as soon as she sees that she hit him, she's gonna look him dead in the eyes and go.
Same.
Xalia, member of the Karydin Dragonborn army, you leap forward and stab your short sword. You're chipped. You're chipped like a weathered short sword into this gray cloak with all the force that you can muster. And then you give him your look. He's like, he's breathing hard. He's bleeding.
She's then gonna turn around and look to Rhyol for approval.
I'll wait. I'll let you do the Wrathguard's turn for them.
Alright. And then this dude gets down behind the pillar. And he looks around. He sees all of these Karydins, and he sees a slightly more diminutive Karydin rush forward and stab his friend. He sees a spider on the ceiling. No, wait, does he? Yeah, he sees a spider on the ceiling. It's hard to miss because the spider
Is giant.
is giant, and it takes up 8 feet down from the ceiling.
And probably just like dripping some venomous jewel on.
He takes in.
Spider is not trying to be sneaky.
Is it on top of the Karydin?
It's above the crowd, yeah.
He takes his short bow and bends down behind the pillar, taking cover, and he notches an arrow into his gnarly looking short bow, and he shoots at the biggest target he can see, which is the spider. He's too shaken. He can't. There's too many Dragonborn, and he's shaking while he goes to let loose the arrow, and it flies wide. Rhyol, you are behind an army of Karydins.
I guess through the Karydins, I see Xalia rushing in charge, and as she like hits and turns back, you see Rhyol kind of like jump, like fist pump in the air, or I guess load her arm into the air, like, yeah, that's how you do it.
She's gonna like clap and jump back.
In the middle of a fight, amazing.
Just completely ignoring the guy she just stabbed.
Lovely. And yeah, Ryol's gonna run up to join her.
Okay.
Join them in the fray. And you know, try and clap this guy.
Clap. 13 does not hit this time. He's ready for he's ready for stuff this time. He has taken a defensive position. 13 does not hit, so he's like, he sees your gun. It's like, oh, loader things.
Yeah.
And you go
Kinda
in.
Yeah, he kind of hears like the mechanical like thunk and movements of it as it runs through.
Yeah. You flop down towards him, and he jumps out of the way, and still bleeding. your loader gauntlet smacks into the gravestone. The halfling gray cloak in the back takes out a sling. He deposits a devious-looking pouch of slingshot into it. Starts whirling. He's taking a couple steps. He's moving. He's winging. He's whirling the sling, and he lets it loose at Rhyol, the dwarf who has just come into the front.
Mm-hmm.
Does a
That's
it does a 19 hit?
Yeah, indeed it does.
Okay, one moment.
How are they so good at slings?
Slings?
A lot of practice, I guess.
Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Whop! the sling wallops you so hard, Rhyol, it actually threatens to knock you off balance as it impacts you. I need a strength saving throw from you.
Hold on.
That was what? Max damage roll?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
One strength saving throw, please.
How big was this like rock that it just looked at me?
It's big. As it hits into you, like there's a small kind of like smoke cloud of minor magical device on it, like a smoke cloud of magic dust hitting you, like.
So you said strength check?
Yes. Strength saving throw.
Alright, yeah.
I've been in the game, dude. I need to use slings.
Apparently. Beast mode, apparently. I'm gonna say no to that, though. and expend a charge of my infusions of magical strength. First time I get to use it. And I find it in my
that's
inventory.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, Rhyol starts to stumble, and instead of like falling, she presses a button on her, motor thing, and like out of the back, just like a stabilizing, like leg that like kind of catches her, and she, fully is able to like push back off of it and get on her standard feet.
So are you guessing what this does and using option 2, or are you using option 1 and adding your intelligence modifier to the strength save?
Well, yeah, I'm saying that's what. Well, I'm very confident this is gonna work. Wait, that's not the right button. My bad.
Okay. Sorry, I misunderstood the flavor.
Yeah, sorry. No, I
get it.
misunderstood. I also misunderstood what it does. You're not wrong. But yeah, wow. Whew. Rough stuff.
Why do you have advantage on it?
Wait, because I don't know why I did that. Good question.
Is it a dwarf thing?
No. Misclick thing.
Okay, so the first roll is a 2.
Mm-hmm.
Plus 1 is 3 plus your intelligence modifier.
Hold on. Bonus roll equal to its intelligence modifier. Yes.
Okay, what is your intelligence modifier?
Which is intelligence modifier is it's for saving throws, right?
Yes.
So, or no,
Are you proficient in saving throws for strength? No. Okay. No.
So for the intelligence, I mean.
What is your intelligence modifier?
The modifier. Okay, plus 3.
Okay, so 3 plus 3 is 6.
Okay.
The DC was 10. You are prone.
Well, it would have done that. I still fall.
Okay. Would you like to use the second option of armor magical strength? There's nothing that says you can't do both.
I guess so. I'll spend the second charge.
Boing!
It like helps him get back up. Let's just say this is what it actually did the first time.
Yeah. All right. You very correctly flavored it properly. Alright. As the sling bullet threatens to knock you down, just boing.
What a rock.
And even though you did get right back up, he kind of like chuckles himself. And Lekai. You see none of this, but you hear it.
I can only see like a small cut towards the top, and that's it.
You see none of this, but you can hear it. You can hear the sounds of more combat.
Alright. Lekai is gonna move. Hold on, let me make sure I know how many. Okay. Lekai is gonna move up to finally see the fight.
There are 17 Karydins and they all want sun chips.
Lekai just modestly shakes his head, taking it in, like, It's like you don't need me.
There are a couple Wraith Guards. One's dodging blows from Rhyol and Xalia. One's ducked behind the pillars. He's knocking more arrows into his bow, trying to shoot at the giant spider on the ceiling.
Lekai is gonna chuck his dagger at this guy.
Okay. Chuck the dagger at the guy taking cover behind the pillar.
That he is.
13 plus 19, 14. Yeah, that hits. Even from his position behind the pillar, making himself a smaller target, you do manage to hit this dagger into him. Let's see, Swashbuckler is only if you are next to it. Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, be within 5 feet of your target.
Rocket.
5. I don't have to be, correct? Oh wait, no, it doesn't
do.
apply. Okay.
You also gain an additional way to use your sneak attack. You don't need advantage on the attack roll. Use a sneak attack creature. If you are within 5 feet of it, no other creatures are within 5 feet of you, and you don't have disadvantage on the attack roll. So we have found the one situation where where you still don't get sneak attack.
Amazing. I can't believe I rolled that one. All right.
You did do a solid amount of damage to him with 8.
I did. And then because this
sticks in his shoulder briefly, and then with like a little blood spray, zips back to you.
And in the midst of all of it, Lekai's gonna go back under some cover, since his arm is still kind of cut.
Okay. As a rogue, you can try to take the bonus action to hide using your cunning action, or you can just be there. If you hide, there's a mechanical benefit. Like if you set your stealth DC high enough, and they don't succeed on their ability to see you, your next attack when you're coming out of hide has advantage.
Okay, I was just about to ask that question. Yes, I'll use that.
Okay, so go ahead and make me a stealth check. Okay, so you duck behind the rock, you flatten yourself against it, take a couple breaths, and try to make preparations for hoping that they have forgotten your presence.
In my 20.
Karydin. One of many Karydins.
Karydin Prime, if you will.
Karydin Prime, what would you like to do?
Karydin.
Makes his way over. I'm gonna double check to see that this is 30. I can make that, right?
Yeah.
The leader of Karydin.
Karydin Prime barrels his way through the illusion and closes in to take another swing with Kestrel.
Okay. I regret to inform you. As you run forward, one Karydin among many, breaking formation, the leader of the Karydin army, you go and slash at this rapscallion behind the pillar. But as you bear down upon him, he kicks the pillar ahead of him and moves himself because he weighs less than the pillar does, and he barely dodges your blow.
I don't think. Yeah, I think that'll be my turn. I don't want to spend anything else.
Okay. The gray cloak that Xalia has short-sworded will return the favor with his long sword. He swipes his longsword horizontally. And there's too many Karydins. He goes to swipe at you, but then hesitates as he sees another Karydin close in, and then he goes to block that Karydin strike, but it never comes. The Karydin doesn't even attack. The Karydin looked at him menacingly, and he gives up on his attack attempt. He's going to let's see. He's also going to yell, "Get more help! We're beset on all sides here!"
Since I'm on the ceiling, can I scurry past this guy without taking an attack of opportunity? Or would he still...
You're not terribly sure, but
Okay.
you have a good feeling that you might be able to.
Well, I'm gonna make my way down here.
It appears that you were not swiped at.
Cool.
Scurrying along. Your 8-foot large spider moving across the battlefield from the ceiling. Like the ceiling is very flat, gray stone. You're able to very deftly maneuver a spider body.
And then kind of do a little turn on the ceiling before I spit some web out of my butt.
Okay. Yeah, 22 will do it. My dude is restrained. He is going nowhere.
I'm just gonna hang out.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna crawl down the wall slightly.
Alright.
I'm on the wall at this point, but like just above the ground.
Okay. So you're like within threat range, you're saying?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So you crawl down from the wall. You've got like your legs positioned like kind of on the ceiling, kind of in the curve of the wall, and then kind of peeling around, dripping venom at him menacingly. As you web up this halfling gray cloak. Xalia, part of the Karydin army. What would you like to do?
Well, one moment. Okay, so she's feeling herself right now, which means she's gonna start doing Xalia tradition number 2, which is be creepy. So instead of being a small Karydin, she's going to start like growing, except the scales aren't growing. They're just kind of like spreading apart, but not enough that you can see the skin under them. There's like a red goopy substance between all the scales.
Okay. You are Karydin. Give me a goopy intimidation check.
What's Karydin doing?
Karydin is focused on the person in front of him, unfortunately.
Okay.
Particularly goopy. Alright.
Which means he's gonna be all the more startled when he finally comes back to the land of the paying attention to the people.
Okay. Shape-changing distraction. What would you like to do?
Okay, that's my action. She's just gonna go kind of just do a much lower, deeper growl right in this guy's face now.
Same.
That's her turn.
Yeah. His resolve might be shaken.
Well, let's see if we can shake it up a little bit more.
Okay, so the gray cloak Wraithguard that is being attacked by Karydin, he's going to take his longsword and from his kneeling position is going to swipe up at you. With a 16 to hit.
I have 16 AC. Does that still hit?
Yes, it
Okay,
meets or
yeah,
exceeds
that's-
it. Yeah. He's doing it with both hands. He's left his short bow on the ground when he went to dodge you. Oh my goodness, 12 it.
Wowee. Apply damage.
As this nasty light, or almost said lightsaber, as this nasty longsword cuts across your chest, sinks into your armor, cuts into your armor, and draws blood of your dragonborn scales. He lets out a battle cry, "Ah, for the king!" And he takes a position ready. He's like, the longsword in both hands. Rhyol.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and, I guess, while this guy is distracted, or was, like, focusing on spooky, gloopy Xalia, try and hit him over the head.
Bonk.
Just a big old bonk.
A 12 does not bonk successfully.
Wow. Darn. Unsuccessful bonk.
Okay. As he's a little startled looking at this this new Xalia. When he, in his peripheral vision, he sees you ready for a bonk attack, and he very timidly escapes.
Could I just like rotate. Oh no, I guess I'd have to rotate here. But is this even terrain that I could be in, or is it just
Yeah, it's just a
here?
pillar. You can like jump on it, over it, whatever.
Okay. Yeah. I'll be like...
It is providing ranged cover.
Okay. Yeah. So move here.
Okay.
You sort of like.
You triumphantly stand on top of the pillar.
Yeah. Gotta get the high ground.
Okay. With the high ground advantage secured, Rhyol.
It's over, Raikel.
This gray cloak is very unhappy about being webbed, and he's going to attempt to break it. He looks up at the spider, still a little cocky. He's like, "I can break this web."
No, you can't.
I can break this web.
Oh man.
He cannot break this web. And then now, finally shown up, he looks up at the spider with a little bit of fear in his eyes. But he blinks it away, and he goes back to his nasty grin. Come at me, spider. I'll come back. Lekai.
After the wraith guard.
After Lekai hears the call for reinforcements, Lekai is actually going to. What's my option here? It's going to use feline agility and to move back through the room.
Okay.
And to about right here.
Okay. You're at.
I believe
35
that's
feet. You are
60.
Yeah. You are at 60
And-
feet. Yeah.
And he's just gonna look from there, and then
You can see the waving of the tarp. Knowing or guessing that that's where the halfling gray cloak is, and your accompanying spider.
right, and that's gonna be it.
Okay. You want to use your action for anything, or
No,
okay? I'll put you. Never mind. You could do something like since you don't have, or since you're choosing not to do anything, you might choose to use the dodge action, where if anything were to attack you, they would have to do so at disadvantage. Or you can ready an action, which is like you state like a specific thing that you would like to do. And
you're
then,
right. I say it mentally, and I keep forgetting I actually need to speak it out. Because like the thing that goes through my mind is that he's basically just ready for an attack that's gonna come along.
Okay. So you're dodging, or are you going to like attack the first thing that you see or something, or?
I'm dodging.
Okay. I will put the dodge on you.
The power of the dodge.
Karydin Dun-Telor, Karydin Prime. We come back to you.
That's me. Okay.
Karydin's a symbol.
So this is my Dragon Ball Z I pop every buff turn. Accel and for anyone else who's played 14 in here, do you know when you see the new player hit every single button on their hotbar before doing their first global cooldown? That's what's happening here.
Okay.
So
even need
Karydin
to
first
play
is going
Final
to
Fantasy
disengage, and then he's going to second wind. So healing.
Okay. 7 healing.
So
Take a deep breath.
healing. Take a deep breath.
You know the
center
best part
myself.
about this is I don't even need to play Final Fantasy to know to have the same understanding.
Then he's going to step here. So that was 10 feet.
Yep, 10 feet.
And then going to action surge and go 15, 20, 25 and take a swing at this guy with
Okay.
not my longsword, with Kestrel.
Okay. With disadvantage because he is restrained.
I'll do one.
Sorry,
more
not
roll
disadvantage, with advantage.
then. Okay, I'll do one more roll then.
A 24 will hit.
And we're rolling damage.
Okay, yeah. 10 damage. That's pretty good. He's not happy about that. Running forward, you just do this leaping stab with Kestrel, and it goes into his. It sinks very easily into his restrained body. It's hurt. This
Action
other-
economy is a little bit good.
All right. Anything else?
No, that's my turn. Sorry.
This dude is going to. Let's see. You roll a 13. He is still fairly very timid. He's going to. He's in fight or flight mode. He's choosing fight this time. He's going to attack with his longsword at Xalia.
That's it.
With a 17. 8 damage.
She does not like that. That is definitely the first time she's ever taken damage.
No one's ever made me bleed my own blood.
Isn't this technically Karydin's blood?
And
No, I mean, well, no one's ever made them bleed Karydin's blood either.
True.
let's see. He's going to look around. He's looking for an exit. All he sees is a Dragonborn army, and he's going to attempt to. Let's see. He's going to run away from Xalia and Rhyol. He's going to try to slide under the spider, and he's going to try to get away.
Can I flash at him move running away?
You absolutely can.
Alright, Jinx is gonna lash out.
Everybody can. He's passing all of your threat ranges.
Never mind, she's not feeling well.
Okay. He slashes Grey Cloak as he turns tail and runs. A 24 definitely hits.
You're not getting away. Okay, not getting away.
11's enough, actually. as this dude is trying to run away, as Xalia has sufficiently spooked him, he takes one departing slash and turns tail, and then runs straight into Ryol's loader gauntlet.
Yep. Right into the face.
Yeah, just bong. Blah! He falls back over on the ground. He's done for. Aloe, as a giant spider, tell us what you would like to do.
Aloe, as a giant spider, would like to grapple this person,
Okay.
which is a strength check.
This is an athletics check.
Oh, right. Athletics.
Grapple with a spider.
A giant spider.
I gotta
have
hear
8
this
legs
story.
for advanced
Do I make this
hugging.
check with advantage?
No.
Okay.
But since he's restrained, if he chooses acrobatics to get out of the grapple, which he would because his dexterity
Right.
score is higher, he has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
Okay.
A 15. Aloe is a giant spider. You lurch forward and you wrap this dude up who's wrapped up in a web, and he is unable to break out, and you just you are now preventing him from any movement at all.
Aloe, as a giant spider, is going to kind of hiss at Karydin,
Okay.
and then
Okay.
drag
guess this is
person
food.
onto the ceiling.
Oh God.
All right, you drag him. This helpless halfling Grey Cloak and drag him away from Karydin, and you drag him up, towards the ceiling. He's now webbed. You've got him in your mandibles, in your mandibles.
Mandibles.
Okay. You are now on the ceiling with your prey.
That's
Amazing.
All right, Xalia.
Dahlia's not feeling well. Currently she's in fight or flight mode herself, which means she's gonna do some fucked up things, illusions. So the Karydin army is all going to start lurching forward in there. This direction. Pretty much, toward this guy. Slowly though. And the thing that just happened to her, that she just did to herself last turn,
I also need a concentration check, please.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Oh yeah, to maintain silent image.
That would be lame if I failed this.
Oh. Have you tried not getting stabbed?
Okay, right?
I couldn't hear you.
Just a constitution save, right?
Yes.
Cool. I'm gonna fail it.
Oh.
Nice.
Damn.
Called shots. All right. The Karydin army moves forward, and then just one by one they dissipate.
See, I normally call shot to make it.
No, I'm just saying, like, you said you were going to fail it, and then you did. That's all.
Yeah, no, I usually do that to bait fate and make it.
Oh.
Okay, she's just gonna run and hide around the corner then.
All right.
I was gonna have her do something cool and then run behind the corner, but she's not doing that. She's just hiding.
All right.
70% of the time works 100% of the time.
Would you like to take the hide action?
Yes.
All right. Slide me a stealth.
Not feeling well.
Not feeling well.
You leave like a bloody trail right there.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like yeah, indeed, bloody trail. Moving around, you're breathing hard. Not feeling great. This Wraithguard, as he sees the Dragonborn army move towards him and then suddenly just dissipate over time, it's like, oh, it was a trick. Reinforcements now! We've got intruders! And he is going to, with newfound strength, he's going to swing with both hands his longsword towards Rhyol.
Okay.
He's going to make this big, massive, telegraphed overhead strike.
Hey,
20 to hit. And then
It's quite the swing.
I roll 12 damage, cleaving into Ryol's shoulder. Dwarf blood going everywhere. As if,
Sure. Sorry, did you?
and that's it.
I sure wish I remembered to put on my defensive shield. Forgot to reapply that last turn. Why can't I right-click this? What? Whatever, I'll just manually do the math.
It's I think we made it a macro on your hotbar.
No, I meant the, I can apply the damage.
Oh yeah.
I can right-click the number and apply that.
Yeah, you do a weird thing. It's your turn.
Can't right-click anything. Okay. Yeah. Well, ow. That hurt. So I'm gonna make sure I do that this time. Get my 3 HP. And yeah, gonna try and retaliate.
Makes technology noises
Yeah, like,
as you as you erect a defensive shield around you. A 12 does not hit.
struggling with these direct hits.
You, as he cleaves into your shoulder with his long sword, you go and bash him with your loader gauntlets, but he takes like a quick little hop step back. Ah! You missed me.
So what if I did? And that is my turn.
Okay. This halfling is not having a great day. He would like to get out of the web, please. Let's see. he will first try to. Yeah, he's gonna get out. He's gonna try to get out of the web, which is a strength saving throw.
Yes.
He manages to not be restrained, but he is still held by Aloe the spider. He's not going anywhere.
I forgot to. Okay. I did not get my web back last turn.
Okay, that is the halfling's turn. He has cut the web away from his body. The little silk strands fall to the ground in front of Karydin, but he is still held aloft by a giant even, if you will, spider. Lekai, you hear lots of commotion coming from the north of you, but you do not see anyone breaking the barrier of the tarp.
Lekai's gonna move forward a little bit.
Okay. Tentatively, you move forward. You've got the double doors that are crashed to the ground, broken long ago. You've got the gargoyle faces that are adorning each side of this hallway, and to your right, the wall kind of breaks off, and there's a closed door, and ahead of you is a tarp just waving with the mayhem of combat.
The guy's gonna trust his teammates, and he's actually gonna go back in. I believe that's team. Check, sure. Yeah. And he's gonna use the clothing from this dead guy.
Okay.
To wrap up the injury that's on his arm.
Okay.
And
that's the sound it makes somehow.
All right. And then I'll be in prepare to dodge, and that's it.
Alright. Looking around, trying to sense any attacks coming in. Karydin, it comes to you.
So, the way Karydin interpreted the hiss at him was that Aloe wants to eat this dude, and he's not really interested in getting between a giant spider and its prey. So he's gonna sort of back up, turn around, and take a swing at this guy with Kestrel instead of the one from before.
A 24 hits?
Cool.
I've done a lot of 24s today.
8 damage.
Also nearly mineral.
Barely standing. You slash him good. He goes. He's kind of wobbling now. He's got his sword in both hands, like the blade's kind of lowered down to the ground. He doesn't have a whole lot of strength left.
Mm-hmm. I think that'll be my turn.
Okay.
Actually, I'll just move one more over.
Okay.
That'll be my turn.
That Wraith Guard is dead. Aloe.
Let's see. First of all. No web. Aloe's just gonna drag this guy over a bit.
Okay. Okay. You succeed in dragging the dude across the ceiling. You have this halfling in your grasp. He's wriggling, kicking at the air. Let me go!
Can I ready a grapple action?
Yeah, you can do whatever. You can ready whatever you like.
Okay, then I'll do that.
Okay. What are you going to grapple?
I'm going to grapple this person if they break out of my grapple.
Okay.
Called the Vortex.
This is what is called set play.
All right.
Alright, Charizard main.
Xalia, you see the hindquarters of a giant spider come into view. What would you like to do?
She's still just gonna hunker down and hide, and like minor illusion, a block over her so no one can see her.
Okay. With the most excellent block, the old hide in the block trick with minor illusion. All right, so you hunker down.
Yep.
Zoop. What is this?
The cardboard box.
Yeah. What does this block look like?
It matches the stone around.
Okay. This gray cloak, with the last bits of his life force, is going to strike back at the Dragonborn who just attacked him. He's going to use his... Let's see. No. He's gonna take out his Chris and go and strike at you with a 21 to hit. 5 piercing damage as this wavy Chris injects into your thigh, and you're bleeding. It hurts. Getting stabbed with a knife hurts. Who knew?
That was towards Karydin?
It's to Karydin.
Mm-hmm. Let me apply that damage. Apply damage.
And then with his... with what he believes is his final action, he's going to swipe at Rhyol, who also attempted to hit him with the same Chris. He's going to...
Chris...
14 to hit.
It does not hit.
Okay. he goes to attack you, and you just block with the lower arm, just no sell it, just like no.
Yeah. Maybe with a bit more seriousness, but yeah.
No.
So it's like I block it, like parry it.
Yeah. No.
Mm-hmm.
He taunts you all. I'll be back. We all will. Rhyol, it's your turn.
Yeah, I'm just gonna as sort of one motion from the parry, from the block, try not to hit. Yeah, that's hidden.
You also have advantage on this.
Oh well, do I?
It's enough. You
Advantage.
you already rolled damage, so he's done for it.
Okay. Yeah. So what's this motion? Come back from that.
Bonk.
I'm then gonna look around and try and find Xalia. I guess
There appears to be a blood trail leading south.
yeah, I would notice the bloody trail and kind of run up to, I guess, the box.
It takes some doing to willfully disregard the giant spider dragging a halfling across the ceiling, but you manage it, and you find a box.
Under control. Yeah.
You find a box that wasn't there before.
Yeah. Seeing as this is where the blood leads to, I'm gonna hold out because I already used my action. Or is giving someone something an action or bonus action? I forget what should be said. I'm not applying. I'm just giving it.
It can just be for free this time.
Okay. I mean,
You're not under any duress or anything.
okay. I'm gonna kind of... I don't exactly know where Xalia is. For all I know, she's illusioned herself into being a box rather than underneath it. But I sort of just hold out a potion of healing. So, Xalia, take this. Wherever you are, just please take this.
The box unfolds.
Is it inside the box or outside the box?
I'm literally just like holding it out in front of me towards the box.
Okay, but so you're not shoving it into the box.
I'm not. No.
Okay.
Respect my personal space.
Then you're gonna see fucked up, goopy white scale arm snap it, like snap out, grab it, and then retreat into the box.
Cool. You now have a potion of healing.
I'm gonna look at it and determine and roll Arcana to know what the fuck it is.
It's you would know what it is because I bought it. Okay, I did buy it right in front of you. So.
You might have forgotten. She's not relying on memory right now, if that makes sense.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
You know? Honestly, understandable.
2d4 plus 2, yes.
2d4 plus 2, yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize you're actually using it. I could have linked it in the chat.
Oh,
That's right. You're good.
Okay. She's still hiding in the box.
This wraith card dangling from the mandibles of a giant spider. Let's see. Seeing that he is very attached, he's going to draw this kris from his boot and then just start trying to jab it up into the spider above him, trying to get it to relinquish its grasp. And can't do it. He's going to try again. No, he cannot.
Oh, no.
He's too grappled. He's too panicked. Lekai. Bless him. Lekai. All's quiet on the southern front.
Lekai is gonna start moving and head his way. Actually, I forgot to check the distance here. He's gonna position himself to get ready to move through the tarp and still be in dodge. That's it.
Alright. The tarp is right before you. It's nasty and like stained. It's sort of like a tan color, clearly made from animal hides. Karydin, Dun-Telor, the last Karydin.
The last Karydin standing. Karydin Prime.
What would you like to do? As the only opponent left seems to be dangling from a giant spider and also trying to stab it viciously.
Yeah, I mean... like...
What would you like to do?
So I move over here. Could I help keep him restrained?
Well, he's grappled.
Grappled. Could I help keep him grappled?
Sure. You'll take the help action.
Yes.
You just kind of like
okay,
just
so like,
distract him and stuff. Yeah, sure.
well, what I was assuming was like he was dangling low enough off the ceiling that I could like try to interfere with his swings or whatever.
Okay. Do you also want to grapple him, or just want to like keep him held?
I want to keep him held.
Okay. You keep him held by like messing with his boots and like keeping him like vaguely in the area.
Yeah.
Aloe, as a giant spider, what say you?
Aloe continues dragging this guy
Alright.
into about the center of this room. and readies the grapple action under the same conditions.
All right.
It's just never gonna get out, huh?
Xalia in a box. What would you like to do?
I'm in the box.
Xalia of the box, what is your wisdom?
You're gonna hear a little murmur like at Rhyol, but she's not coming out. Actually, the hand will extend and offer up the empty potion back to Rhyol.
Okay, thanks.
You now have an empty bottle. Do 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 do.
Alright, let me wrong warp to Ganon.
It's time to brawl God with the bottle.
Xalia, you the potion of healing. It actually tastes pretty good. It's nice. It's sweet. Tastes like cherry, but not like cherry, you know. Rhyol. You have been handed an empty bottle. It has a few drops of healing potion in it.
I take the fact that, I guess, thank you. I'd say back to the box. Turn around and see now Aloe has dragged the... This is the halfling, right?
Yes.
This halfling. This tiny creature compared to the spider. I guess I asked Aloe, are you intending for us to question him, seeing as he hasn't actually attacked at all? Do you sort of nod if that's what you're thinking?
Aloe as a giant spider nods.
Cool. Yeah, I guess cool then. Aloe, or sorry, no, Rhyol stays where she is, I guess, and yeah, she'll just sort of ask this guy, where did you take Skarn?
He's going to make a big show of collecting as much saliva and spit and like gross nose mucus as he can, like doing it like a couple times, like and he's like gonna warble his throat with his with his finger, like, and then spit all of it at you.
It's a 10 feet spit. Impressive.
He's high up too, so
He's got very good aim.
I'm going to make an attack roll.
Hey, he's got the height advantage.
This is
He's
going
got the high ground.
This is going to use dexterity. He is not proficient in spitting on people.
He almost was.
This
18 doesn't hit.
this big, like, this large, for a halfling, concoction of mucus and saliva lands at your feet.
Okay, well, in response to that, can I walk up and, like, I guess put my, like, gauntlet tongs around his head, effectively, on his face.
He's a little high.
Oh, is he that high? Oh, how?
He's
much is he
being
laying down
grappled
for
by
you?
a giant spider from the ceiling.
Okay, I mean, I can reach up. Yeah. I mean, like, lower him down a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And can I roll an intimidation check?
Sure.
So I'm trying to intimidate him to be like, where did you take Skarn?
In his wriggling to get away from the giant spider, and his overall clear reluctance to answer you, he's trying to just like kick you in your little dwarf head with his halfling boots.
Wait. Isn't he upside down?
Is he upside down?
Is he?
Did someone say he was
really-
upside down?
Intend for him to be.
My imagination was he was upside down, because the spider's upside down, so I figured like he would be. But you're right, he wouldn't be. Correct. Never mind. Yeah. Okay. So that didn't work. I assume.
Yeah, he's kicking at you. He's like, go on, get out of here. Boil your bottoms, get out.
Try
You'll get nothing from me.
kind of slowly close the clamp, like the arm around his face.
Sure. He takes a damage.
I was gonna say, we're still in combat mode here?
The threatening situation has passed.
I'm gonna go through the tarp and finally join in here.
Okay, you can just move through it.
Alright.
The long flank. That's how I play Valorant. Go to the site that they'll go to and just flank across the map.
Lekai, you arrive. There's bodies on the ground. There's a Karydin.
Only one single Karydin.
Just one Karydin, mind you. Rhyol and Aloe. The halfling's still kicking around. He seems very uncooperative.
I talked to Karydin. Don't tell me that these three had took out your entire army.
Not my army.
And where is Xalia?
You cannot help but notice the blood bleeding off behind over the.
I didn't hear that fully. Sorry.
That makes sense. But you can't help but notice the blood trail leading around the corner.
You look down on the ground and put the blood trail. Oh, there's Xalia.
I see. So, mind explaining what's going on here?
Are you just saying that like a general open sense? Or...
Yes, just
okay.
to everyone.
Well, I guess now we're just trying to get some information out of this scumbag. Who's less than cooperative. As I slowly start to squeeze it again. Takes one more damage.
Yeah, it sure does. He's bleeding from his nose and eyes and stuff. As you bully this halfling.
Ask again, where did you take Skarn?
Took him to sweep! As the halfling yells this command word. Behind you, Lekai, a broom springs to life and begins sweeping and cleaning the room. There's your answer. Why don't you go look at that, huh? He starts kicking at you again.
Lekai turns to see a broom sweeping behind him, and turns back around.
You can hear the swooping sounds kind of fade away as it moves away from you.
Impressive, but I don't think the broom will save your life at this spot. So why don't you say something that's important, or you might have more fun with the giant spider than you would prefer.
Go on. Have the spider eat me. I'll just come back when the kingdom is complete. He starts trying to jab up with his Chris into Aloe as a giant spider some more.
Wow.
Fails horribly. Aloe, you're too elusive as this giant spider form, and your hide is too thick.
He is very bad at swinging this with Chris.
He tries to hit you, and then he looks down. Must not have sharpened this one good enough. As he cannot pierce your hide. What would you guys like to do as you have this halfling dangling from a giant spider's grasp?
Oh, man.
He's very uncooperative, and he seems very devoted to his cause.
Yeah, these guys don't seem to fear death. I don't think we're getting anything out of him. Guess,
Maybe we should just finish the job, eh?
Sure, I'll release him, and it's all yours. I guess I gesture to Aloe.
Chomp.
Make with advantage.
Okay.
Let's see. Go ahead and roll me damage. I just want to see. Alright.
You really would?
He does not survive, and you dispatch the halfling. He looks at you, kind of like relieves, like yes, as if his goal is.
He's saying that like as my mandibles are sinking into his shoulders.
Exactly. Yeah, it's kind of creepy.
Okay. Cool.
Yes.
That's a weird way to go.
Let's go!
Alright. With the threats dispatched, and Aloe chomping on this halfling, his armaments fall to the ground, like his Chris lets go from his limp hands. His sling and his slingshot also fall to the ground. The halfling doesn't, because he's getting eaten by a giant spider.
Karydin averts his eyes. This is not a pretty sight.
No, it's kind of gross. Blood going everywhere, halfling bits going everywhere.
Rhyol is disgusted, but in the like can't turn away kind of way.
Morbid curiosity.
All right. As you all watch in horror, except for whoever is not watching, as Aloe devours this this halfling, the animated broom actually comes by just and sweeps up his things, just sweeps them to the side as it cleans the room. You guys look around and you notice that there's many other similar items laying around that seem very out of place. Presumably the spoils of raided caravans, much like what they did to your employer in Roland the first time that waylaid those caravans. There's many more spoils, other things like there's bags of food, meats. There's large bones of old creatures. There's this weird-looking gargoyle dragon statue-looking thing. You guys can, if you want to take a look around, go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Xalia is staying in her box.
You're very comfortable and cozy in the box. Nothing can reach you inside here. You feel very safe.
Yeah, exactly.
I will make the check, but I guess first, gonna go over to Xalia. Like, you okay? Like, kind of like kneel down to the box. I guess I wouldn't even really need to kneel down. I'm not that tall, but kind of crouch, I guess. Be like, are you okay? There's nothing else here.
Did that noise go through?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys find bits and
You get
baubles.
you get a shaky thumbs up from the goop hand.
Cool.
Our amazing investigation moments.
Bits and
Okay.
balls. Roll me a D100 each of you.
Okay. I will now make my investigation.
Okay.
Should I also make it D100 or no?
Yes, also give me a D100.
Did I?
Only
that was a not /R. Whoops.
Those that are investigating the room, and like checking out the other things that the broom is sweeping around, you can make an investigation check, and then also a D100.
Well, both of mine are single digits.
Okay. Lekai, you find a looks like a bronze circlet. It's clearly been broken. It's like the right half of it. It's just something that used to adorn. Someone said, yeah, bronze circlet. It's got like a vaguely tarnished feel.
Is there any direction I need to be aware of for this circlet?
What do you mean?
Was it on the person or was it just in the room?
No, it's just in the rooms. Just like as this broom is sweeping things up by itself, it's pushing all these things around.
Okay, I get it now.
And you just the first thing that catches your eye is you find this kind of like broken circlet. It's been broken neatly in half, so it's like a perfect half circle. It is the right half. Let's see.
I'm gonna grab that, actually.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and throw it in your inventory. Rhyol, Karydin, you got... Where is your... You got an A2. A2. Karydin, you find something of extreme handiness. It is an eating utensil. It appears to be an amalgamation of both a spoon and a fork at once.
Yo.
It is made of pewter. What? It is made of pewter, and wow, you could do many things with this.
This is going directly into the loot tab.
So yeah, you find a fork plus spoon utensil.
I'll name this later, but for now it will be titled Fork plus Spoon Utensil.
You also find a mess kit that it came out of. Rhyol, you find actually something very cool. You've actually traded in this before when you were briefly opening up a general store. You find a dictation quill. You already know what this is because this was one of the items that you carried. You now have a dictation quill in your inventory.
Cool.
And it comes with an associated description. And let's see. Aloe's the giant spider. I need a D100 from you as well.
Oh, I rolled one.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, I see
Got a
it. Okay,
51?
it was before the investigation. Gotcha.
Yeah.
You find what, at first glance, appears to be just a regular run-of-the-mill pickaxe, but your druidic eyes, you manage to glean that there's actually some golden runes carved into it. It appears to be carved into like the head of the pickaxe. So the pickaxe is intact. The head has some golden. What languages do you know? You'll have to go to the actor directory to find out.
Was Marin. Hold on.
Ara Cochran.
Yeah. Attributes. Then Druidic and Null.
Okay. It's not quite in a language that you understand, or even like an alphabet that you've seen. It's just runes, so it's like one of the runic languages. But it seems interesting. And you also find some kind of weird pen. It seems to have a hole on one end and like a button that you can depress, but you're not quite certain of its purpose. It's also difficult to handle and find out what it is while you're a spider.
Naturally.
So I will. So I will, for now, give you a. It's in your tools. It is pen with button.
Aloe, that's a spider. Drops pen with button.
There it is.
It's it looks like a pen. It's got a button on it, but it doesn't have like a ball or like an inkwell or anything like that. It's not quite like a quill. Weird. Oh, and then of course you all see this animated broom that is cleaning of its own accord.
Okay. I guess.
And it begins, sweeping up, cleaning up the bodies. Like it seems efficient at cleaning any kind of material. Like it's sweeping up all the blood and just kind of like soaks into it, and it's just cleaning the area of the battle.
Guess. I try to. Oh, you
Does
can
it
go.
interact with the box at any point?
It was just a small one. I want to loot this guy real quick. See if I can loot him.
What'd you say, Xalia?
Does it interact with the box at all?
The box you're in?
Yeah.
In about 4 minutes, it will.
Nice.
I'll be right back.
It's like a Roomba trying to clean a floor.
You get the sense that that's actually what it's called. It's a Broomba.
Roomba. I'd like to try. I guess inspect the statue.
Okay. Lekai, roll investigation for the body.
Alright.
Not bad.
I had to make up for the 3 on the D100.
Well, you find that wavy, nasty-looking Chris that you could take. You find, the long sword and everything. He's got this leather armor on. There's the gray cloak, of course. And then, let's see, he's got his short bow down there on the ground next to him. And you find a note. The note reads, let's see, what does the note read? The note reads, waylay every caravan and keep all magical items. Change shifts every 3 days.
Hey guys, I think I've found our import. What we needed to know outside of Aloe's prey. Take a look at this note.
Did you find where they would have taken Skarn?
Karydin takes the note and reads it over. Says,
Maybe not entirely, but a clue at least.
I mean, I think we know he's here. Based on this, and he hands it to Rhyol.
Roll while you're checking out this statue. Give me an investigation check. Okay. The statue itself, it is a decently carved. It's not like masterwork or anything. Decently carved statue of what appears to be some sort of dragon. It's not depicted like in a regal manner or anything. It seems more like more like a young dragon or a wormling sort of thing. Maybe even a wyvern. It's interesting. You haven't really encountered this sort of statue before, or why it would be here of all places. But then again, not quite sure what sort of religion or like worship system that these people have, or even if it's their castle, or if they're just usurping it. You do manage to find littered across the dais some fancy jewels. You find 2 garnets, 2 malachite gems, and 2 opals.
So it was 2 malachite.
2 malachite, 2 garnets, and 2 opals.
Neat.
Not quite sure. Just at a quick glance, not quite sure what these are for or how much they're worth, but you can probably get them appraised by someone that's good with rocks.
If only we knew anyone.
If only you knew literally anyone.
Did anybody check? Excuse me. Did anybody check the halfling's pockets?
No, I'm not got to that yet.
Would you like to?
No.
Yes, Karydin is going to
Okay.
loot the.
Alright, no check for this because it's very pointed. You just go in his pockets. You find a note. The note, very in very big letters, like it's in splotchy lettering. It just says "smoke you."
It says "smoke you."
Yeah, it's exactly what it says.
Wow.
Even after death, he still mocks us.
The bottom right corner of the note is torn.
What? Is it smoke? Like SMOKE?
Exactly.
Smoke?
Yes.
And then UYOU?
Yes.
Okay.
Smoking hot.
I think that I've just been. I think that this man played a prank on me from beyond the grave.
How? I don't. What?
I just turn the note around and show Rhyol.
It's in huge letters. You can see it from where you are.
I'm so confused. Why would this man have that in his pocket?
He did mention that he would be reborn again when the kingdom comes back or returns.
Yeah, all these guys seem to be very confident that they'll come back. Even the ones in the kitchen weren't too phased by dying. In fact, one of them did come back, actually. So you guys killed that very quickly. What did the ghost did say that that book apple that spellbook apple wanted was taken by a necromancer, right?
Something like that. And there've been undead at the watchtower.
I think it's probably safe to say that necromancy is around here for down below, probably. So we barely just searched this area so far.
Yeah, we still need to find Skarn. I mean, the note Kai found seems to imply that he would be here.
Well, I mean, The ghost did lead us here from the question, where is, or, oh, now I forget if I asked, where is Skarn, or where did they take Skarn? Oh god. Well,
You asked where is Scar.
okay, I did, okay. Okay, so present tense, where is Skarn? So Skarn is here. Somewhere.
So the only thing is to move on.
Guess so.
There's still the door with the gap over the gap.
And as well as the other one. There's two doors.
There's the door over the gap, and then there's the big double doors that you have not
Correct.
checked out that lead further into the keep. And then, of course, the entrance. That there's a door that you haven't opened there either. And then right below Xalia is another door that you haven't opened. You know where a couple of these are.
Oh,
Or where these lead to.
No, Accel, I have not opened this door, and I
you should check it then.
awareness.
You should investigate.
I will perception check. I will put my no.
Would you like to investigate the entrance door?
Oh, it's tempting, but Xalia is walking
No,
around.
I shall throw a dagger at the door.
That is me, the player, saying what's around the corner.
Okay. Karydin's gonna sort of walk over and say, "Oh, jeez, why am I yawning so much?" Xalia, it's okay, and I think we should get moving. We need to find Skarn.
So, Karydin, from the box unfolds upwards a swollen version of yourself with ambiguously biological goop dripping out between cracks in the scales. He looks sad. He kind of nods at you and starts shuffling away before you can react.
I'm gonna do a wisdom save.
Go for it.
Yeah, that's right. That's the first time you've gotten to see it.
Karydin kind of stumbles a bit. And then he just kind of sits down. And he thinks. And he continues thinking. He's gonna be thinking for a little bit.
The tale of the giant runes lists into your mind as you ponder over the meaning of the story that they tell.
Uh-huh.
Are you just like on the ground?
Yeah, I'm sitting cross-legged on the ground.
Think.
He realized, and then he couldn't stop realizing.
Uh-huh.
Lekai is gonna start moving back to the door.
Rhyol offers an arm to help him up, saying, "It's okay, the real Karydin."
Stand.
It's okay, real Karydin.
But it's gonna be okay, real Karydin.
The last time Karydin took a hand to get up from the ground, it was a fake hand. Karydin is going to boost himself up, turn and look at you, and there are tears in his eyes. He says nothing and he trudges past you.
As you pass by, I guess try to lightly pat you with loader arms. So it's like kind of forceful, but it's like, there you go, back on your feet.
Lekai just stops in mid-walk and turns to Aloe, since he's still a giant spider.
He could be a giant spider.
You're coming?
Aloe's scurrying along, right
Spider.
behind him.
Spider nods.
Lekai continues to move, but he's thinking, how is Aloe going to fit through the door as a giant spider?
Spiders are basically liquids.
Yeah, I mean,
Very deftly, the giant
Not
spider
sure.
squeezes through the section and also squeezes through the door. Just you get this image of this giant spider just peeling itself through the door, leg after leg, just and there's Aloe as a giant spider. You all make your way towards the area where you are now in front of the double doors leading further into the keep, and the double doors that lead to the entrance of the keep. There's also the collapsed rubble that leads to and from the kitchen. And
As Lekai saw that, he just mutters to himself, never ask Aloe about that again.
okay, just you're the only one who saw like the spider squeeze itself through the door.
Yep. Continue.
you guys realize
no.
that Aloe has never lied to you. And has been able to succeed in everything that you have questioned.
Unfortunately so. But my character doesn't want to believe that.
Aloe learned that grapple trick from another giant spider.
It's true.
I was emphasizing with that that great cloak. Oof, man, spider grapples are rough.
Not that Rhyol would know.
No, Rhyol has no idea how a spider grapples, but you know, if Rhyol was like a 7-foot tall half bear lady, then yeah, she would.
Amazing.
Very leggy experience.
Alright, what are we doing?
Legendary.
Alright,
Lekai is going to...
A legendary? That's pretty good. Xalia.
Lekai is going to go to the door and it's gonna open the doors
oh, you're just gonna open it?
You said you're gonna open the door what?
stealthily.
Okay. Roll a stealth check.
Stealthily.
Okay, I'm gonna. As this is happening, can I cast Cure Wounds on myself?
You can.
You said
Cool.
stealth check?
Yeah, because you're opening it cautiously, trying to not draw attention or anything.
Nice.
Okay. So you open the doors cautiously, slowly. You see there's a so you open the doors, just kind of peek in, you cast a glance around the room, and you see a pile of bones to your left. There's more, destroyed ruins, wall and rubble. There's like a pillow on the ground. There's another Broomba just sweeping along. Looks like they found a deal. A caravan like transporting these, and then you see to your right there's a long hallway where there's a collapsed pillar going down. But this pillar is like 5 foot high, just like the other one. That leads to a huge set of doors. It's like a 15-foot wide doorway. It looks almost like a barn, if you were to kind of imagine it that way. And directly across, you see another door. It's a smaller door that is embedded in the middle of just this more wall. It seems to lead into into the rest of this, into that large, huge circle room that you guys saw when you first came in. So it might lead into some sort of auditorium or something. And as you open the door, you also see, looking straight at you, 2 gray cloaks that are posted up on the other side of the door.
Grand.
They start for a moment as you just walk in boldly, like, intruder! And right before they start, like they were having a conversation between themselves. I'm retconning this. They're having conversations between themselves very clearly. You know, so, they're talking about like, what are you gonna do with the Bounda when we finish training it? And then right before the other person can respond, you open the door, and then they start, and then they unsheath their swords, and then they run at you, and we're gonna cut it there.
Okay.
And then next time, when we begin, it'll be initiative.
Gotcha.
All right.